Hey guys, I want to give a quick update in the search for missing toddler Dane Paulsen. Sadly, he's still missing and they are still concentrating on the river. Yesterday, the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office gave a comprehensive written update, and I thought I'd read this to you because it is pretty detailed. So it basically covers everything we know so far. This was from 2:45 p.m. as of yesterday, and they haven't done an update today. They may do later, I'm not sure. Lincoln County Sheriff's Office and partnering agencies are continuing search operations for Dane Paulsen. Investigators continue to follow up on informational tips. Below is a comprehensive update on the full operation which has been accomplished and plans for continuing efforts to bring Dane home. On Saturday, March the 1st, 2025, at approximately 4:25 p.m, the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office was notified of a missing 2-year-old male, Dane Paulsen. At the time of disappearance, Dane was reported to be playing in the yard of the residence located near milepost 21 on Siletz River Highway in Siletz, Oregon. Dane was wearing a grey fuzzy hoodie with ears, blue and white shoes and black pants. He has brown hair and green eyes. A gold 1990s station wagon was seen in the area before Dane went missing, and as we know, that was ruled out no longer a point of interest. Upon notification of Dane's disappearance, members of the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, Siletz Valley Fire, Oregon State Police, Newport Police Department, Lincoln City Police Department, and Lincoln County Sheriff's Office Search and Rescue responded to the scene. Investigators interviewed Dane's parents, and emergency personnel immediately began searching the residential property and surrounding areas. In addition to ground searches, aerial drones with thermal imaging also allowed responders to widen the initial and ongoing search. Officials, Sheriff's Office volunteers from Search and Rescue, and the mounted posse searched the property and surrounding areas. This search included the home and structures, neighbouring properties, nearby roads, rough terrain, including forested areas with thick, dense brush, and portions of the Siletz River and riverbanks. In addition to official agencies and the volunteer groups, community volunteers showed up in mass to help search. The Elks Tokati Ilahi campground host took the lead to organise community volunteers and to help lead additional efforts from Saturday, March 1st through Tuesday, March 4th. Although official search operations continued during the evenings and dark hours, community volunteers were encouraged to pause their search due to safety concerns related to visibility and navigation made worse in the rough terrain. Since the initial notification, search efforts have continued. Here's a snapshot of what has been covered so far. Between emergency responders and community members, 682 acres and 341 cumulative walking miles have been covered by ground searchers. Marine enforcement teams from the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office and partnering sheriff's offices have searched 14 miles of the Siletz River by boat. At least 4 watercrafts have been utilised and 22 divers have searched a 2-mile stretch of the river. 40 investigators have followed up on at least 195 tips and leads. Many of these tips led to action, including further follow-up, interviews, evidence collection, reviewing photographs and video footage, and other investigative actions. At least 119 tips from the tip line have been received and reviewed. More than 200 community volunteers reported to the volunteer staging area coordinated by Elks Campground host to assist with the search. Specialised equipment, highly trained personnel, and subject matter experts have been active. Approximately 88 certified search and rescue members, 2 mounted posse volunteers, 4 drones with certified operators. Some of these drones included thermal imaging, a sign cutter, which is a highly trained individual that uses tracking techniques to find and follow signs left behind by people or animals. I find that really interesting. I've never heard of a sign cutter being used in a case before. I'm sure they are. I'm sure I've probably missed it. I just find it interesting because based on what they said at the presser, it was the sign cutter that found signs of like disturbance or someone being there at the riverbank, which they assume is Dane. Okay, 6 human trailing canines. These include specialised canines for water searches, human scent canines, which can focus on one scent and track accordingly, and human remains detection canines. Supporting emergency responders from Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, Patrol, Investigations, Marine Administration, Community Services, Emergency Management, Search and Rescue, Mounted Posse, FBI, Lincoln City Police Department, Newport Police Department, Oregon State Police, Siletz Valley Fire, Corvallis Mountain Rescue Unit, Mary's Peak Search and Rescue, Region 3 K9, Benton County Sheriff's Office, Clackamas County Sheriff's Office, Crook County Sheriff's Office, Coos County Sheriff's Office, Lane County Sheriff's Office, Multnomah County Sheriff's Office, and Tillamook County Sheriff's Office. Okay, ongoing efforts. The terrain in the overall search area includes surrounding properties, forested rough terrain, and the Siletz River and riverbanks. Due to a thorough search and coverage of these areas, search operations will now be focused on a more concentrated area, highlighting the Siletz River. Emergency responders have had watercraft searching the river since the morning of Sunday, March the 2nd, and divers began searching the river on Monday, March the 3rd. With the surrounding land being as thoroughly searched as possible, evidence has indicated the need to concentrate further search efforts on the Siletz River. Though the land within the search area has been thoroughly combed, we cannot guarantee the areas are clear. Even with specialised equipment and search canines, it's possible to miss a small child that may be hidden by thick brush or other visual impairments. Although there is currently no evidence to suggest criminal activity in Dane's disappearance, investigators continue to review tips reported to the tip line. Community members and the media can expect updates as significant information becomes available. How community members can help. Share official updates found on the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office Flash Alert and Facebook page. Currently, there is no evidence to suggest criminal activity in Dane's disappearance. We still ask the public to report relevant information to the tip line 541 265 0669. When sharing information that may help us bring Dane home, be as specific as possible, note the time, exact location, and get clear photos or videos where possible. Although the Elks Campground host is no longer able to organise community volunteers, volunteers may choose to gather at the campground to continue their own efforts, which is 20590 Siletz Highway, and the zip code for that is 97380. If community members choose to continue their search in addition to emergency responders, keep these things in mind. Please avoid areas with active searching by emergency responders or certified personnel. Do not search during the night or dark hours. Carry safety equipment such as first aid kit, extra water, food, whistle, flashlight, etc. Dress appropriately for the weather and terrain. Wear layers, bring waterproof clothes and sturdy shoes. If you are choosing to search the river or riverbanks, wear a life jacket at all times. The Siletz River is cold and fast moving. Before you set out, have a safety plan in place. Let someone know exactly where you are headed and when you will return. Remember that private property cannot be searched without updated permission from the owner. Updates will continue to be shared through Flash Alert and our Facebook page as significant updates become available. Once again, we express empathy for Dane's family. We also want to thank our community for their compassion and assistance. Our teams are working to bring Dane home. So they've done a lot and they continue, but little Dane isn't home yet. Let today be the day.